In the latest update for Tower Defense Simulator version 1.29, better known as the DJ Rework update, DJ has undergone a complete overhaul on how it functions and appears, as along with changes to the menus and upcoming content that will be released in the following week. Today in this video, I will go over all of this, so let's just get right into it. The first thing I will be showing off in the new update is the new menus that they added. Instead of having to walk up to hardcore or the social game modes like you used to have to, instead of just playing survival by clicking this button, now when you click into it, it pops up with this new game mode button, which brings up all the different game modes and tells you how many people are playing them. And the cool part is if you click onto like survival, for example, it brings up the different difficulties, so you don't have to randomly find teammates and then vote once you're in the game. You can find people that want to play the difficulty that you want to play. Once you click this, you pick how many people you want to play with and you just load into a match. Same thing with the special game modes. You just click into it, pick how many people you want to play with and go into the map. Same thing with hardcore, but this is obviously only 3 because hardcore can only have 3 people in a game. The next thing I'm going to briefly just go over is the new skin that will be coming out next week, which is this new Miko skin. I don't really know how to pronounce it, which looks pretty cool for the DJ, but obviously more details will be posted on the socials if you want to know about that. I don't really know much about this skin. It looks pretty cool. Hopefully we can get it for free and it's not a paid for thing, but it will be coming out next week. Also, another thing is that they finally did release the Necromancer skin, Fallen skin, so I'll be making a video on how to get this soon. But yeah, they finally released it. Hopefully the commander is coming soon. It's been way too long for the skins to come out, but yeah, just want to briefly talk about that. Now let's move into the actual rework for the DJ. Now for the part everyone's come for is the actual DJ rework. As you can see at level 0, the DJ is absolutely humongous now compared to what it used to be. Instead of being a normal troop size, it's now the size of a turret, or like 3 times the size of a normal troop, which is just wild that it got so big. And as you can see, it now has 3 different tracks that you can put into the DJ that have different abilities depending on which ones are actually playing. Now, the new DJ does cost double the price of the old one. This one costing $1,200 when the original DJ did cost $600 to place down, and gave a 10% range boost to all the towers in its range, while the new DJ gives a 12.5% at level 0 in its range. But now the range is only 12 instead of 15 like the old DJ was at level 0. One thing though that the new DJ has, the old one doesn't, is that at level 0 you're able to get a 5% discount by changing the song from the pink or purple record to the green record, which gives all the towers in the surrounding area a discount instead of a range boost. Now at level 1, the original DJ had a range boost from 15 to 17, while the new DJ has a range boost from 12 to 15, or by 3 instead of 2. Now the original level 2 DJ gave a 15% range boost to all the towers in its surrounding area, while the new DJ also gets a 15% range boost on the purple track and a 7.5% discount on the green track. It also unlocks the red track, which gives a 10% damage boost to all the towers in the DJ's range. Moving on to level 3 of the original DJ, ended up getting a range boost from 17 to 18 and a 10% discount to all the surrounding towers in its area, while the new DJ at level 3 gets a boost from the purple track from 15 to 17.5, a discount from 7.5 to 10, and a damage boost from 10 to 12.5 for the red track. Also unlocking the drop the beat ability, which unlocks the actual active abilities for all 3 of the discs. Now depending on which disc you have active, the purple, green, or red, depends on which ability will actually be used when you actually click the ability button. The purple one knocking back enemies and applying a slow debuff to the enemies in the range of the DJ. The green one having a cash out feature, which gives you a basically bonus cash with all the towers in the range of the DJ, so you can just earn some more cash. And then the red one applying a debuff of defense melting to the enemies in the range of the DJ. And as you can see here, the stats of each one of them and what each of the abilities end up doing. Now as you can see here, depending on which track is chosen, there's now this new ability button when your DJ finally hits level 3, and depending on which track is active depends on which ability will actually be used whenever you click this button right here. I do have the purple track active right now, which means it's going to give it a pushback and slow ability whenever I click this button. So if I click this button right now while the game is paused, obviously nothing's going to happen, but once I hit play, it's actually going to push all the enemies back and it's going to pulsate multiple times before it finally ends, and now the enemies are also slowed down as well. Before you ask, no, this pulse ability does not work on bosses. I don't know if it slows them down, but it definitely does not push them back. But moving on to level 4 of the new DJ, the range ends up getting boosted from 15 to 16.5. Its damage on the red disc gets boosted from 15 to 25. The purple disc boost goes from 17.5 to 22.5. The green track discount goes from 12 to 12. Goes from 10 to 12.5. And then the red track's damage buff goes from 10 to 15, while the original DJ at level 4 only got a 25% range boost. Now last but certainly not least, the new maxed out DJ, which costs $20,000 to upgrade to, has a range of 18.5, a damage from 25 to 50 on the red track. The purple track gets a bigger range boost from 17.5 to 22.5. The green track's discount goes from 10 to 12.5, and the red track's damage goes from 10 to 15 damage buff. But now you also unlock the Trinity buffs, which basically takes the buffs from the other two discs and applies it to the one that you have selected. So on the purple disc, you go from a range buff, and now you also have a discount and damage buff as well, as if the green and red disc were active. That does not mean though that you get the full benefits of those two discs. You only get a small amount if you were to have those discs activated. So on the purple disc, you have a 22.5 range. Well, actually maxed out would be a 25% range boost, when on the green disc you only get a 12.5 range boost. And then the discount on the purple disc is a 7.5, when on the green disc it is a 20% discount. So if you're going for money and stuff like that, it is still better to switch the disc to whatever you're trying to do. If you need damage, switch to the red. If you need range, switch to the purple. Money, switch to the green. It is still beneficial to do that, but you still get small bits of the other discs even if you're not selected onto them. When the original DJ had a range of 18 to 20 at level 5, a 35% range buff, and a 20% discount buff at the max level. Now all around, the new DJ is just way better than the original in every way imaginable. You not only get a discount, damage boost, and range boost at any of the levels. It's amazing. The new DJ is just all around better than the original. The only problem is you end up basically spending double the amount to max it out, when the original cost $17,250 to max out, and the new one costing $33,750 to max out, which is a huge difference in price. But even with that being said, the new DJ is just way more versatile in every aspect, not only from a range boost, being able to generate money and give a damage boost. Even though it is way more expensive, it is just way more useful in every possible way imaginable. So just great rework. DJ was needing it, and yeah, it's just all around better tower. The last thing I do want to show are the different tracks and their abilities. On the damage ability, or the red track, the active ability is deal damage and applies debuff melting to the enemies in the range. Now, depending on how many towers are actually placed down in the range, it depends on how much debuff is actually going to be applied to the enemies. And if I wait for something to spawn in, and then I use the ability, these pulses are going to go out, and as you can see by these purple numbers, that's actually the damage being applied. It's not a lot, but the debuff is very useful. So it's not really the damage, but the damage melts, or the defense melting that you're getting, that is very useful. The next ability is the green ability, or the green track, which generates money. Actually, for right now, let's go. Now we're fine. The green one, which gives money depending on how many towers are actually placed down in the range. And as you can see, if you watch my money when I use it, it ends up going up by a significant amount. Whenever you first unlock the ability, it tells you how much. I don't remember off the top of my head, but earns you cash. The more things placed down, the better, and just all around, yeah, good ability. Now the purple track, which is the last track, and I already showed it off, it slows down enemies and pushes them back when you use the ability. So let's just wait for them to spawn in that can actually survive. So you can see this. If I use the ability, it pushes them all back, and it does 4 pulses. Very useful ability, honestly, but like I said earlier, it does not work on bosses, sadly. That'd be kind of broken if it could. But like I said, it also slows things down as well. So yeah, all the abilities just really good, really useful, and yeah. But that is the entire video, so thank you guys for watching. I really hope this helps explain how the new DJ works and how you can utilize it in your games. I do really like it. The only problem is now it is very macroable, however you would say that, which means that someone does have to be paying attention to switching for people that need discounts or range boost if things are leaving the range, or damage boost, all that stuff, plus all the abilities, being mindful of what disc you're on and all that type of stuff. So the tower is a lot more in depth and you have to pay attention to it. But honestly, as long as you have good teammates, really not that big of an issue. It also looks really cool, and I cannot wait to see the other skins with it. I personally haven't checked them out yet, but I will probably be doing that after I finish this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped, and I'll see you on the next one.